Hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. Thank you so much for joining me for this Planty vlog. So I am trying to get back into the rhythm, back into the spirit, back into the routine mostly of picking up the camera and taking you with me when I'm getting up to just random Planty shenanigans throughout the weeks. I love watching videos like this that are just compiling plant chores or compiling plant tasks, plant chats, plant updates, whatever it might be. So I really want to have a video like this kind of going in between other videos that I'm filming. And I know that a lot of y'all also like those vlog type videos where they kind of take place over whatever amount of time. I think this one has been going for a couple of weeks now, and it just includes some random planty things that I've been getting up to. I have something exciting to tell you about before we get into the vlog, and some of you have already seen this, but this is my official announcement that I have collaborated with Soltech to offer a bundle of a couple of my favorite grow lights from them, which is so cool because I've been using Soltech for several years at this point. My collection would not look the way that it does without their lights, and I'm just such a big fan. So having the opportunity to highlight some of my favorite lights and to be able to offer them to you at a discount is just so cool. So I picked out two of my favorite lights for this bundle, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm sure that nobody is surprised that this involves my favorite planty area. Okay, so we have the Aura and we also have the Versa, which I feel works so well together, especially if you have a little shelf, desk, or tabletop like this. I think that it looks so cute. The Aura is genuinely one of my favorite things that I've added to my home. The level of coziness that it adds is just unmatched. Not only does it look like this super vibey, aesthetically pleasing lamp, but it also provides some light to the plants that are around it. So I have my Hoya Burtonii variegated below it. I also have my Hoya Nicholsoniae New Guinea Ghost, my variegated Rhaphidophora growing right beside it over here. And I just absolutely love the way that this looks. And then over here I have the Versa set up. I use this for plants that I really want to blast with light. This is actually the light that kept my monkey tail not only happy but actively growing over the winter. The monkey tail is now outside for the summer, so now I've created this cute little setup right here, and my Alocasia frydek has been absolutely loving being under here. I really take a lot of pride in what I recommend to you, especially when it comes to grow lights, because they're just such a key factor in growing plants well. So I put a lot of thought into which lights I wanted to bundle and which ones I really thought were going to complement each other, and I just feel like these two are the perfect pairing. So I will of course have the bundle linked down below for you to check out. Thank you to anyone who does, and thank you so much to Soltech for collaborating with me and for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay, so now I've got bugs to put out again. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You have already seen the bugs once in this video, so actually you're literally gonna see them like right now because I'm filming this intro obviously after I've already filmed most of this video. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoy the vlog, and I'm looking forward to create more videos like this. Let me know if you like them just being plant chores, or if you like having updates mixed in. Do you want maybe some more lifestyle stuff mixed in? Yeah, I'm always happy to hear what you're feeling. And I guess that's it from me right now. You will see me back 2 weeks ago. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I have a lot of plant chores that need to get done over the next week or two, and I figured I would just start a vlog today, even though I really have no direction of like what is going to be in this video. We're just gonna hang out. If you are noticing that my shelves are kind of empty behind me, that is because I am in shower mode for the plants. I have plants on the dining table. I have plants on the ground on towels where I'm standing. These ones I showered last night. I need to put them back, and then I'm hoping to shower the rest of my collection this morning because my beneficials are allegedly getting delivered today. They usually get delivered, I would say like early afternoon, and with beneficials it's best to put them out, like open up the package, get them put out as soon as they arrive. So I try to do that, and I want to have everybody showered before I release them, obviously, because I don't want to just be rinsing them off the plants. So I need to get everyone showered, and I'm a little stressed about it because it's a lot it's a lot to do. Showering, it just takes so long because the plants have to dry off before I put them back in their spots. Luckily, it's fairly warm, so hopefully I can kind of keep things moving, but my plan is gonna be to put the dry plants back, get my next batch showered and out drying. I have some other things that I need to get up to today, so I'm gonna just do the things that I need to get done while plants are drying, and then I'll take a break from what I'm working on and I'll do a new batch. So yeah, that's gonna be my plan, and then we can put out the beneficials together when they arrive as well. So yeah, I hope that that sounds good to you. I'm going to listen to my book that I'm currently reading while I'm doing this showering process, which is, oh, I was gonna tap this screen to focus the camera, but wrong screen. Heather by Caitlin Mullen. This is a literary thriller slash mystery. I picked this up because, well, I actually have the physical book. I'm primarily reading this book physically. Look at how beautiful the cover is. It's giving such summery, woodsy vibes. But I'm primarily reading it physically, but when I have a moment like this where I'm doing something monotonous, then I will just pick up where I left off in the physical book. So I'm gonna go ahead, listen to a couple of chapters, hopefully, and get my plants all showered. Oh, I also wanna make a cup of coffee as well. Oh my god, I just had a bit of a catastrophe in here with my philodendron Splendid. Oh, look at the new leaf. And I broke off slash destroyed some of the older leaves as well. I was trying to get this into the tub going under the shower curtain rod, but it bumped it. The whole thing came down and crushed this plant. That's so annoying. Look at the big chunk out of this leaf. What the heck? This plant was just starting to do better too. This leaf came entirely off. Probably the prettiest leaf, well, like, okay. Thanks very much. Oh, these ones are like snapped, but I don't know if I should just leave them on. Maybe I'll go grab some more S-hooks, because sometimes leaves can repair themselves if they're not like fully snapped. Just when this one was starting to grow and look good. I don't know if this one will be salvageable, but I'll try, I guess. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm gonna take this shower curtain rod off because I don't need that, and I'm gonna be doing all of my moss pulls now. So let's just get this out of the way. Honestly, this bathtub doesn't even need a shower curtain. because we don't shower in here, but it is cute. The one that I have in here, so I guess that's the only reason it's on. Okay, so I decided that I'm actually going to open this up and put them out on the plants that have already been washed, just so I can get them out of this box. And then I'm sure they'll make their way around the rest of the room eventually. Hopefully not before I finish showering all of the plants. But I'm just getting anxious having them in here because it is a hot day. And yeah, I just want to get them out and popped into my little boxes here. These are what I put them in, and I hang them around on all of the plants. So let's open this up. And here they are. The box actually is a little warm inside, even though there's ice packs. So hopefully everybody's fine in here. I always look to make sure I can see movement before yeah, I can see them moving in there. So these are Chrysopa, which are lacewing larvae. I've been using these for several months now, and I feel like it's going really well for me. They are a generalist predator, so they will eat a lot of things. My main things that I struggle with, my main pests that I struggle with are mealybugs and aphids. Aphids just randomly pop up sometimes, and I think that a big reason that I get aphids, especially around this time of year, is because of my outdoor garden, because I'm bringing things in and there's a lot of aphids out there in the garden. So yeah, they come in like a wheat hull, and I used to just dump this into the substrate of my plants, but then I was just getting a buildup of this wheat hull, and I didn't like the way it looked. I just didn't want that like clogging up my plants, especially the semi-hydro ones. I didn't really want to just dump that into my semi-hydro plants. So that's why I ended up just getting these little boxes. I pour a bit into here and I just hang it on my plants. I think I have like 20 something of these, and I just disperse them throughout the collection, and they will find their way. They move quickly and they move readily. Like I find these everywhere around the house. They will have no problem jumping to a different plant to feed. Yeah, so I get these every 2 weeks, and to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about beneficials. Like, people always ask questions about what beneficial would be good for this or that. I recommend contacting your, like, wherever is local to you that you plan on getting yours from. Obviously mine is from Copert. I am in Canada, so that's what I use. But I emailed them and asked what would work for my pest pressure and my collection, and they got back to me pretty quickly. So I recommend, like, they will be keen, whoever you order from will be keen to help you figure out what is going to be best for you. And I know that some things, like especially the beneficial mites and whatnot, they need specific conditions. So yeah, I think it's best to like get personalized advice from somebody who is an expert in this area, which I'm certainly not. I'm doing this every 2 weeks, and I have noticed that it helps me a ton. So yeah, they aren't cheap though. I will say that. I pay $100 every 2 weeks for these, but the time that it saves me is invaluable, honestly. Like, not having to spray pest treatments every single few days on my plants to get rid of a pest problem. This is just well worth it for somebody who has so many plants and who does plant YouTube. Like, I just need, I need this assistance. So I'm just gonna dump some into all of these. My Linearis is currently in the tub. I I need to make room to take it out to dry off. It's just such a massive plant. Oh, I've been putting too much, I think. Gonna need to dump some out of some of these, I think. Okay, so that's it. I always find that there's some stragglers in the bottle, so I always just put this next to one of my plants and let them crawl out. Yeah, some that look really full, I'm just gonna disperse into other ones. Okay, I think they all have something in them now, so I am going to just go and put these out. I'm gonna start at the Vidstro shelf, I guess. Oh my gosh, there's kind of plants everywhere on the floor here, so I'm gonna squeeze in as best I can. Just gonna kind of put one on each shelf. I do like to give my big moss pole plants their own little box. So the ones that have been showered already, which is most of the poles at this point, I'm going to give them one. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna continue to shower the rest of the collection throughout the afternoon, I guess. This is bleeding into the afternoon, but I feel like that literally always happens to me when I plan to do something with my plants. I'm like, oh, this will only take a couple hours, and then it's like 7 hours later. Anywho, I hopefully will have an update for you later today that all of the plants are clean and showered. Updating that I did indeed shower all of the plants, and I also finished listening to my book. I listened to the entire second half just while showering my plants today, and it was very good. Loved it. And now I'm just cleaning up, and that's gonna be it for me for planty things today. So I will see y'all the next time I'm getting up to something. It is currently 8:54. We just got back from taking Olive for her morning walk, and I'm just kind of finishing getting ready for the day and getting started here. I'm steeping some green tea right now, and then we're gonna head out into the garden. I have to do my morning watering. Now I do have drip irrigation installed on my raised bed, so thank goodness I don't have to water all of them by hand anymore, but I do have to water any freestanding pots. So my blueberries, my potato bags, my green stalk, and also my flowers that I have in the front, and my deck also has flowers on it now as well. But all of those things honestly take probably less than 15 minutes to do, so it's really not too bad. The house feels like the Arctic right now. That's why I have my little robe on, because I'm freezing. Just made my smoothie, which is not helping to warm me up, but it's so delicious. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. I think that I really want to get a reel filmed and posted today, so I think I'm gonna be doing a like favorite garden accessory type of thing. So I'm gonna get changed, hop out in the garden, film that and get it posted. And then honestly, I don't know, my day is kind of all over the place. I'm just making decisions in the moment of what we're going to be getting done. I have a mental list of things that I want to do. Maybe I should write it down somewhere, but I know that I want to go do that right now, so I'm gonna go and get that done. Okay, filmed my reel, edited my reel, posted my reel, so my Instagram duties are done for today. I've really been trying to be better at posting on Instagram because I just feel like, I don't know, I'm a full-time content creator. I should be posting on there. And I've really been enjoying it ever since I started branching out and kind of posting whatever I want on Instagram. Like, I used to really keep myself in a box of only talking about houseplants on there. But since I have this channel for that, I was just, I don't know, I wasn't finding different things to talk about. I wasn't inspired. So now I've allowed myself to post about all of my hobbies on there, and it's made it so much more enjoyable. I still do, of course, talk about plants and post about plants on there, but I also post about books, my garden, just honestly whatever I'm getting up to. So if you're not following me on there, I've been posting fairly consistently, and my Instagram is always linked down below in the description box. But right now I'm going to do some watering. I don't have to water everyone today, but I know that these plants here in the window are thirsty. So the hanging ones particularly, so I'm just gonna give those a quick water. And then I also have to deal with my Wally Girl planters. Some of them are in the bathtub because I was spraying them down and watering them overnight. And I do have some that still need to be watered that are on the wall. So those are my two kind of areas that I'm working on watering today. And then probably tomorrow is going to be a full watering day for me because it is getting close to that time. I've been finding that I've been doing a thorough watering day once a week where I do everybody, but then there's always like little spot waterings in between that. So especially my smaller plants, I find that they need to be watered like twice a week. Anything in a 4-inch or less, especially the ones in the cabinet, and especially things that are in sphagnum moss, I like to check on. And that's actually something that we might be doing today. My new plants from Planthaven Toronto that I showed you a couple of weeks ago, I would love to get those potted up because I always end up waiting way too long, and then it's such a hassle to untangle all of the roots from the moss. So I'm thinking that I might go ahead and repot those today. That is a potential item on the list, but let's just get these guys watered here. Oh, I shouldn't have filled my watering thing up so much. Gosh, the lighting's crazy, sorry. Ugh. I need to do the burrow's tail and the fernleaf cactus here. Now these two both require a little bit of extra care to get watered. I take this one out of the chain hanger because I don't want it to get rusty or anything. So I just carefully there she is. Wow, it looks so good. I love this plant. So I just run some water through this, and then I'm gonna set it on the edge of the sink so that it can dry, or carefully put it on my little like dish drying thing. And I will wait until it's not actively dripping anymore before I put it back in its little hanger. Luckily it's a succulent type plant, so it doesn't need to be taken down super often. I probably only water this once every couple of weeks. This one, I literally just hang it on my faucet, water it through, and I just let it drip dry there. Okay, we're in the bathroom now, and the situation in here is my Monstera Adansonii and Hoya Polyneura Silver have been hanging out in here, so I'm hoping that they're dry now and I can just move them back to their spots. Oh boy, I need to pick up the Polyneura first, I think. Oh my gosh, they're so heavy. It's crazy. What the heck? Oh no, it's still dripping. Oh, it didn't drain all the way. Okay then. Are you done? Are you done? Okay, let's go put it back. See how long this Adansonii is getting? It's putting out these huge vines. Oh, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. I'm just gonna water the Wyetii, and then I'll probably take the Hush Kaliana down and to the sink. Okay, it's a new day. I don't think I'm gonna be getting up to any plant chores today, except for maybe some watering. But what I would love to do is show you some new plants that I received just over a week ago now in a trade. I did a trade with Crystal from Keep Growing Plants. I'll link her Insta and her YouTube channel down below in the description box. I think that she actually did an unboxing of the plants that I sent over to her, but she actually blessed me with my top wishlist plant of the year. I still can't believe that I have this plant. And she actually gave me 2 of them, which was so extremely generous. And that plant is the variegated Begonia maculata. How absolutely stunning and perfect is this? Like, I'm so shook by this plant. I mean, this is still rooting, and it obviously went through shipping and everything, so it doesn't look as like perfect as it did when it arrived, but it is settling in and it's actually popping out a new leaf for me, which is fully variegated. So I don't know what to think about that. Pink does photosynthesize, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's different than just white variegation, so I don't think an all pink leaf is as bad as an all white leaf in terms of the plant's health. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows, but that's what I've heard. So yeah, this obviously has really high variegation, which is stunning. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it grows out further. But yeah, how insane is it that I have this plant? I'm such a huge fan of just the regular Begonia maculata, but I actually got rid of mine when I was downsizing because of the mealies, because I knew that I would be getting this one this year, so I guess I just didn't feel the need to have both of them. It's just such a great easygoing begonia, and the fact that the variegation is pink on the variegated version, it couldn't be more perfect. So I can't wait to give y'all updates on that. And then I do also have a second one that is showing less variegation, but I'm still really happy to have this one and to see what happens with it. And now, you know, if something goes wrong with either one of these, then I have both of them, so it's all good. But yeah, so cute. This one seems to be settling in okay as well. I don't have new growth from it yet, but I'm sure that it will be working on that. Yeah, I've just been kind of letting them acclimate and get used to being in my home. I am keeping these in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, the Millsbow wide, and I haven't messed around with repotting them or anything yet, so you will be seeing that in the future. But I'm just so thrilled with these. I'm happy with even just like this little spot of pink. Like, it's just so cute. It adds something so special to the leaf. I just love that so much. And I did get 2 more plants in this trade that I'm really excited about. One of them is this Passiflora trifasciata. Is that what it's even called? I don't remember, but I think that that's what it's called. Anywho, I've seen this one over the years, and there was a point last year where I was actively looking for it, but for some reason or another, I don't think I ended up finding one online. So I didn't end up getting one, but these are just so cute. I love that they look like little bird feet. I'm just obsessed with the leaf shape and the color, the purple. Like, how cute is that? Oh, I just love this guy so much. It is such a unique and quirky looking plant, and it's already been growing. Like, look at this new growth. Oh, it's kind of hard to see this new growth that we have happening. Oh, just a sec. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't have enough hands here. There we go. So that leaf, and then there's some even smaller leaves coming in on the end. Oh, it's just so cool. I really love this one. This is a vining, what's the word for it? It's like these types of plants where they will grab onto things. Like, see how it's putting out these like tendrils? They will climb and grab onto whatever they can find. So this one could be a bit of a, as it's hitting me in the face, a bit of a chaotic grower for me, but I'm hoping to be able to style this in a cool way. I'm thinking maybe going around some of the bars on the Vitro shelf or something like that. Let me know if you have this, how you grow it, or if you have any ideas for me. I just think it is such a fun plant, and I'm so excited to be able to add this into my collection as well. And then lastly, I have a Hoya. This is Hoya Sarawak, which is known for getting these really massive, like rigid cardboard leaves. This is actually my second time that Crystal has sent this plant to me. The first time, maybe I'll remember, I had a Sarawak hanging out for a while and it just wasn't doing anything for me. So I don't know, I find that sometimes Hoya cuttings are duds for whatever reason. Like, I know some people say that there's no such thing as a spent node on a Hoya, and I don't know for sure if that one was a spent node. Sometimes you just get like a dud of a Hoya cutting, and I don't know what that's about, but it's happened to me a few times. Anywho, that one wasn't growing, so she very graciously sent me a replacement, and this one already has this active vine, so I'm definitely going to be getting growth out of this. So excited to have this and to get it on a trellis and everything. It's just such a cool looking Hoya. I love the huge leaves, so that is a really exciting one. I love the little splash on this one as well. It's very cute, so big fan of that. Nice roots in here as well. So those are the new plants that I brought in. I'm so happy with them, and yeah, I've just been dying to show y'all the variegated begonia maculata. I did post it on Instagram, so if you follow me there, then maybe you've seen it, but I've been super excited to debut it on YouTube for y'all to see as well. Oh my gosh, there's so many dried Hoya flowers on the floor from the Hoya Mathilde. She's done her big bloom cycle, and now there's just like a huge mess to clean up. I feel like everywhere I look, there's just like something that I want to grab and show you. My Phalaenopsis Adorian has all these flowers open. This is definitely the most flowers that I've had on this one at once, and I'm just obsessed with it. So sorry, but I have to show her off for a moment here. They smell as well. They smell like lemon, very citrusy. It's just such a whimsical plant. Probably thirsty. Yeah. It's almost watering time for her. Actually, I'm due to water very soon. Oh my gosh, new leaves coming in on my Hoya Australis Lisa as well. I need to stop looking around. I'm gonna want to show you every single thing, and this isn't supposed to be an update. Well, I guess this vlog is just like whatever. So I can show updates if I want to. Okay, hello. The time has come to pot up my new babies. Well, I've had them for a few weeks now, but they are all still in their sphagnum moss little nursery pots, and they need to come out. And I'm very proud of myself because this is probably the soonest I've ever gotten around to doing this. Normally I say, oh, I'm gonna do it in a couple of weeks, and then I put it off for 6 months. So we're making great progress here. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what all of these roots are looking like. I have my soil here. I was thinking about putting some of these plants into semi-hydro, but I just don't have any small semi-hydro or self-watering pots available. So I guess I'm just gonna be going with my DIY mix right now because that is just what I have on hand. And yeah, I guess this is also gonna serve as a little update on how these plants are doing. So I'm just gonna grab them randomly and we'll get cracking here. So Hoya Macrophylla Pot of Gold hasn't really, I mean, obviously it's not been long. So, well, some of these plants actually have done something, but most of them, they're pretty much looking the same as when they arrived, which to me is a win. Because at least they're not, you know, going into shock or going downhill after shipping. But yeah, I'm just gonna remove this moss and hopefully it's gonna be fairly easy. This is going well. There's 2 plants in here, I guess. I'm really excited to watch this Hoya grow, and I love that new leaf there. That one was just fresh when it arrived. It was just hardening off. And that's what it's looking like today. The colors are just so striking. I love it. It is the weekend currently, and we've been trying to prioritize watching movies at home more. Not like versus going to the theater, because we love going to see movies in the theater and we love supporting cinema. But when there's nothing we want to see that's out, we typically just, I don't know, we just haven't been big watching movies at home people, I guess. But lately we have been watching movies at home and it's been so nice and so fun. And last night we watched, okay, so earlier this year we saw Hokum, or I guess that was in May. Yeah, it was only a couple months ago. We saw Hokum, which was a really good like folk horror kind of movie. Saw that in theaters, loved it. And then I found out that the person that did Hokum actually has 2 other horror movies as well that are also supposed to be good, called Oddity and Caveat. So of course we were like, okay, we want to watch those as well. So a few weeks ago we watched Oddity, which was really good. I honestly loved all 3 of them. But yeah, we watched Oddity, and they all have this really cool element of supernatural horror blended with like human evils and like bad people, and like there's like almost like a mystery crime element blended with something supernatural or occult, or yeah, and just like that blend really does it for me. If you're into horror or creepy movies, I highly recommend all 3 of them. Hokum, Hokum, Oddity, and Caveat. Caveat's the one that we just watched last night, and it was very good. Also, these movies, all 3 of them, have just like so much tension and dread. Like it's the kind of movie where you're like stressed watching it, but they're so good. So yeah, I'm glad that we are like caught up and have seen all 3 of them now. Very, very good. And now I don't know what we're gonna watch next. I'm wanting to watch more classic horror, so probably something like that the next time we sit down to watch a movie. I have a list actually of recommendations people have been giving, so I've got a lot of movies I want to watch, but I don't sit down and watch them like that often. So we have those roots and these roots right here. I'm of course gonna keep them together. And you know what, I did grab some pots, but I think for the ones that can still fit in their nursery pots, I think I'm just gonna go with that because I don't have enough of the smaller pots to go around. So I'm gonna save these for ones that might have a larger root system, like I'm thinking the Monstera Adansonii, but this one can for sure stay in this pot for longer. I mostly just want to get them into soil so that I'm not having to deal with the nightmare that can be sphagnum moss when you've left it for like months on end and you have to fight to remove it from the roots. Oh yeah, I also might want to add some trellises. That would be a grand idea. Also, if you're ever wondering about the mixes that I'm using to pot plants, I did a whole substrate video a couple of weeks ago that I can link down below in the description box if you haven't seen it, where I, you know, give all of the ingredients for the different mixes I use and talk about the benefits and the pros and cons and why I choose one over another, and etc, etc. Okay, so I definitely want to go grab a trellis for this one, and if I can find a cover pot, that would be great. Actually, you know what? This one's been living in my head planter. So this is the planter that this one has been sitting in, but I actually don't know if it's gonna fit on the shelf once I have it on a trellis, but we'll see. How am I gonna do this? I'll put it here, I think. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be way better to have. Oh my gosh, I'm actually running out of dragonfly clips. I wonder if I have more somewhere. I didn't think I'd ever see the day where I ran out of them. And there's a second vine here, so I'm gonna attach that one as well. Okay, cute. I'm so excited to watch this one grow. Really, really excited. Oh yeah, I need to water it through, but let's just see how it looks in here. How cute. It's gonna look better as it continues to fill in, but I love this planter so much. Okay, let's do this one quickly. My Hoya Surprise. These big chunky leaves. Oh, it looks like this one has a pretty robust root system on it. Okay, so here's the roots on the Surprise. And I think for this one, I'm gonna put him back in here as well. Probably won't last in here for very long, but it'll fit, and it has thick leaves. So it's not a thirsty Hoya, and I think it'll be fine. I don't want to get soil on this moss now that I think about it, because I want to keep this moss. So let's keep this separated. Anywho, yeah, I think this will be good in here for a little bit. Okay, all done with that one. Next, we are going to do, is this a new little leaf? I don't know if that's new or not. My Hoya GPS 7240. Oh, I love this one so much, and I really want it to grow out. So I've been keeping it in the cabinet just to give it a bit of a boost, because I really want to see it get going. Oh, there's multiple plants in here as well. Oh, there's like multiple. This is just like a one. This is just a one tiny leaf. Okay. Got roots on them though. Oh, this is just a bunch of little like individual plants. Honestly, that works fine for me because I want this to get full. So it's interesting though. Okay. Next. I think that, I mean, this one, I think that I am gonna put this one in clear just because I want to be able to monitor. See if I have a small clear. Actually, yeah, we'll see. Okay, and the last little piece. Okay, I'm just gonna use a clear 4-inch for these ones. And I'm just gonna stick them all in. As best I can. Okay, and carefully cover all of those roots up. Okay, this is just the type of situation that's gonna look crazy until I go water it through. And when I water it, that'll move some of the soil off of the leaves. Maybe I'll go water it right now along with the Surprise, that I can just kind of get these back situated where they were. Oh my gosh, there's a new leaf coming in on this one. This is one of my favorites from the haul. my Hoya Waymanii cloudy sky. I'm just obsessed with these silvery leaves. They're so stunning. Is it even focusing? There we go. It's so stunning. And there's a baby leaf right there. So maybe I shouldn't repot this right now, but I want to get it repotted. So we'll just cross our fingers for that leaf. I don't know. I just know myself, and if I don't do this now, it's not gonna get done for a long time. I'm just noticing that there's also growth coming in on the vine. So that's really nice to see. This is the root system on this guy. And, oh shoot, I just touched that leaf. For this one, I'm trying to think. I might want to go up a pot size. Like, it's got a pretty decent root system coming in and it's growing and everything. So I might do a 4-inch for this one as well. Okay, how cute. I'm gonna give this one a little trellis as well. Really happy with that, and I have a good feeling about this one. Like, it's already off to a great start, so I think it's gonna be a good grower for me. I'm so excited to see some new leaves come in. Okay, next let's do this Griffithii, which is already huge. It put out this massive leaf for me, although it did get a little janky because I think I was late on watering this guy, and who knows, it could have gotten just a little bit damaged in shipping. But either way, this plant is getting massive, and oh, it looks like there's a new vine starting. Or no, that's just sphagnum moss, never mind. But yeah, this one is already just like a beast. So, oh yeah, roots look great. And I just watered this yesterday, so this sphagnum is nice and wet. This one is already getting to the point where it's like, okay, the roots are getting a little crazy in here. So good thing we're getting to this today. Okay, chunky roots on this guy. Definitely going to choose a larger pot. Okay, this might look crazy, but I don't think it is that crazy. Like, I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna put this guy in this pot. So it's a little big, but it'll be fine. I just have a feeling this is going to be an aggressive grower. And I don't think I have many in between pot sizes. And it's the summertime, like this is gonna be drying out like crazy. I know. I have a sixth sense about these things now. Watch it rot on me. No, it's not going to. Okay. I'm gonna do this cutie little heart trellis. Stick that in there. Okay, perfect. I actually love these dark leaves with this kind of turquoise pot. That's very cutie. Okay, I'm looking at this multiflora splash and I'm thinking that I should go double check on my self-watering pots because I just know that this is such a thirsty Hoya. I really do not think it would do well if I put it in soil. So It doesn't have big roots though, so I would need like an actual small. I could do a jar, do leca in a jar, just temporarily until it grows more. Maybe I'll do that. It's not my ideal semi-hydro setup, just using like the closed container method, but I do use it sometimes in a pinch. I actually think that I might have had my old multiflora in something like that before I switched it over to a better setup. I kind of want to order more of the wavy leaf planters because mine are all out in use right now, but I just haven't done it yet. They are expensive, so I've been putting it off. Okay, we're moving here for a moment. I have my leca bin and my jar. I need my scoop. Okay, here's my scoop. I don't leave it inside this bin anymore because I forgot it in there a couple of times and it was just like gross and slimy. This does get a little gnar, I can't lie. I'm gonna give it a rinse, just like swish it around and switch the water out after I'm done with this. But, okay, let's grab some leca. I'm gonna rinse it at the sink here. Have my little Hoya, and I'm just gonna stick her in. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It actually looks really cute. Hopefully it will grow some nice healthy roots in here. I'm just gonna leave the waters like up to here. I am going to just try to maintain a reservoir of like between a quarter and a third full. Just plain water right now, and then next time I'm fertilizing everyone, I will add fertilizer in there. But yeah, that's this guy's little setup. Okay, we're moving on to the last few. Let's do this Monstera Adansonii, which is looking amazing so far. This is a new leaf that it popped out for me. Look at how pretty that is. I love it so much. So I'm really hoping that this just continues to grow well for me. Oh yeah, we got roots, we got roots. I'm gonna put this guy in this, I think it's a 5-inch, yeah. Because I knew that this one would have a good root system going on here. Okay, huge root system on this guy. Honestly, I could have put this one in that blue pot and the Griffithii into here, but I wasn't expecting these to be like this massive. But oh well, I'm gonna just stick with my plan and do this one. And I'm gonna be growing this plant trailing, so I don't need to put any stakes or anything like that. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. So there's that guy. I need to find a nice cover pot for her. Oh my gosh, there's the beginnings of a new leaf gonna come out as well. I can't wait to see that. Okay, so that's all done. Next we have the Hoya pubicalyx pink or silver pink ghost, pink silver ghost. So after this, I want to look and see if I have any pole extensions to do, since I have all of this moss just hot and ready here. And I love using or reusing moss for poles because it doesn't really matter if it's like broken up or a little bit janky or whatever. But I actually don't know if I have any extensions that are due right now. Of course it would work out like that. I could put one of my Splendid actually, or my Glorious, which actually looks like it's recovering well from its getting crushed by the shower curtain rod the other day. I guess I could just pre-make some poles too to use this up if I don't have enough plants that actually need a pole, but I'm gonna take a look around. I'm just gonna remove the moss off of this guy as well because I'm just on a roll with removing moss here, and this is the last one. Breviolata Splash. I need to keep this tag because I don't have this name locked in my brain yet. I need to go wet this, I think. Okay, for these guys, I think I'm just gonna use the nursery pots again. Okay. Oh, I need a little trellis again. I found this tiny trellis, which will work great for this guy. Stick it right there. There we go. How cute. How cute. Okay, and finally this guy, the Breviolata Splash. Yes. Okay, and I think this one I'm just gonna leave trailing. So that's what it's looking like. This one has new leaves coming in too, so I think it's doing really well. I've been keeping this inside the cabinet. I don't think it needs to be in there, but I have this space, so I'm just gonna keep it in there. And now I've got to clean up my mess, and I have this mountain of sphagnum moss, so I think I'm gonna throw this in some poles, and then I'll just have them on hand. Actually, my Cebu Blue might need an extension soon. Yeah, I'm just gonna prep some poles quick. Okay, Cebu Blue has been extended. This is the newest leaf on this guy. It's starting to look quite nice, actually. I'm gonna pop this dripper back on top. I've got plant problems. I've got bang problems. Just ignore my clip. I'm gonna take it out when that part of my bangs is dry. I probably have smoothie on my face as well, but hello. I want to do some rearranging because I'm starting to feel a little crazy with just how chaotic the plants are in here right now. And I don't even really know what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna figure this out. But I think that I wanna start over here with Begonia Lucerne because I know I just moved her into this spot like a month ago, but I don't think she's gonna work here long term. Like, it's too cramped having these two big plants here. I think it's gonna look better just with the philodendron here, but I don't know where I'm gonna put her. And what I'm thinking is moving her into the office. There's no plants in there. There's not even really room for plants in there, but I'm gonna see if I can make it work. So let's just try that out. Okay, you're gonna have to do me a big favor and ignore what this room is looking like because it's just full of our hobby junk right now. All my craft stuff is on the desk. This is stuff that I ordered so long ago to redo my greenhouse cabinets. I ordered this months ago. Have I redone them yet? No. But look at this spot here. Yes, it would be blocking my drawers, but I could just slide it out of the way if I need access to my drawers. I don't know, you guys. There's a small amount of room on this side. I could slide my desk out a little bit if I wanted to put it in the corner, but then I think I would want to have a grow light there, which I'm not opposed to putting grow lights in here eventually. I just don't think I'm gonna be doing that right now because I haven't even painted this room or anything. So I feel like right now it makes sense to just put her right there. So let's just try it out. Another place that it could go, honestly, is like in our entrance, but there's only a high up, like it's like 8 feet up probably, window that's north facing. So it wouldn't be great light. I feel like that could actually work. It looks cute. Yeah, it would be great to hang a pendant grow light there. I actually do have a pendant light that's not in use, I think, but I'm not drilling today. I'm just not. We're just moving things and I can do that at a different time. But I actually feel like that's not too bad. So, okay, I'm feeling good about it. This house is just not built for big plants. Like I feel like I can have a lot of smaller plants or even medium. Even medium is pushing it. Like my medium-sized cane begonias. Like I put up my begonia collection video and a lot of y'all were asking like, where's the Thurstonii? Where's the Fanny Moser? And there just wasn't space for me to be keeping so many cane begonias. I chose between the Fanny Moser and the white ice. And sometimes I regret, like, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have kept the Fanny Moser instead of the white ice or whatever, but I just don't know where to put them. Places where they're gonna get light or where they can even fit. This house is barely even big enough for 2 people sometimes, let alone, you know, over 100 plants. I feel like a Hoya or something I can like fit a good number of. But yeah, anything medium to large, even my climbing philodendron, I have to like really be choosy with what I'm keeping. Hanging plants are great. Low light plants are great because it gives me more options of where I can put them. But it is a bummer because I would love to have like I've said before, a big Monstera constellation, but it's like, where the heck would I put that? Like there's just not the space. Even if I got rid of, you know, other things, like I still just don't think there's a space that really would work. So yeah, anyways, feels like a win to be able to find a spot to keep that begonia because I don't want to have to get rid of that one too. This smoothie looks gross and honestly it tastes kind of gross too, but needs to be done. Okay, I literally only moved 1 plant, but I have to film something else right now. I'm trying to stay on top of my schedule today, and it's just always a losing battle. But I'm gonna do that, and then we'll do more rearranging. I don't know, whenever I have a moment to hop back on here. I'm just kind of filming this video in between other things, which is nice to just be able to pop on and, you know, have a kind of ongoing vlog. Like I like that vibe. Yeah, I was just running a little bit late this morning and now I'm gonna be running late for like the rest of the stuff on my schedule. Took my little bang clip out. So anywho, I'm gonna carry on with my day here and I will see y'all when we are doing the rest of the rearranging. Hello Planty vlog. It has been a few days. Have I done any more rearranging? No. Have I been mentally spiraling? Yes, I have, unfortunately. I just have a few things going on in my life right now that have been causing me a lot of anxiety. But it's fine. We're getting through, and I think, well, I mean, we'll see, but I think most of these things should be resolving soon. But it does make me a little bit nervous because we all know what happened to me at the end of last summer. So when I get that sense of just being like so overwhelmed and I start getting some of the symptoms that I experienced at the end of last summer when I literally had the worst anxiety, mental health breakdown of my life, it freaks me out. So I am trying to not wind up like that again because, wow. Can't do that every year. Anywho, I am here to show you some new plants that I got this week. I got these from Crystal Star. they're all beside me here. I have them all set up under my Grove light, but I thought that that would be just like a nice, chill, relaxing thing for us to do. I do still want to rearrange, but maybe I'll do the rest of that in the next vlog because I don't have it in me to think about rearranging right now. So Crystal Star Nursery reached out to me and asked if they could send me over a gift card for me to grab some stuff from them, and of course I said yes. I actually debated saying no because I was like, oh, I've brought so many plants in, but then I was like, you know what, there are some things I've been wanting to add into the collection, or add back into and back in. Some of these I've had actually a good number, well, no, only 2 of these I've had, no, 3 of these I've had before, I think. Anywho, long story short, I took them up on their offer because I actually haven't purchased anything from Crystal Star in a while, and they are a plant shop that holds a special place in my heart because they were one of the first plant shops that I ordered from when I first got into this hobby. So a lot of my most iconic plants, like my Hoya polyneura and my Hoya linearis, came from Crystal Star Nursery, and yeah, I think it's been a couple of years since I've got anything from them, so that was a long way of me making the disclaimer that these were gifted. Okay, so I'm actually in the middle of doing my cactus and succulent, filming my cactus and succulent video right now, and I was waiting on a couple plants that I'm adding into my cactus and succulent collection, so you're gonna see these again in that video, which I think is going up on Monday. So I have really been wanting to repurchase the booby cactus. This is not focusing. There we go. I've really been wanting to repurchase the booby cactus. I had this, you know, in like 2020, maybe 2019, 2020, I had one of these and I got rid of it. I sold it during one of my moves, and I've kind of missed it since, and I've kind of kicked myself because the one that I had was like a good size and it was such an iconic plant, and I just don't know what possessed me to sell that plant. Like, I really, when I think back on some of the plants that I have parted with, I mean, it's fine because I have it back in the collection now, but sometimes I am like, dang. So we are growing this one out again, and it is so cute. All of these, well, actually not all of them. Some of them are actually pretty decent size, but a lot of them are just like little teeny tiny like this. So stinking cute. And I just received these probably like 3 days or maybe 2 days ago now. Yeah, 2 days ago. So they're still kind of settling in. Next we have one that was, oh, a little bit of paper towel from shipping that I missed. We have one that was actually on my wish list for this year, but I kind of forgot that it was on my wish list until I saw this on Crystal Star Nursery's website. So I grabbed a Dischidia Million Hearts. Wait, is that what it's called? Dischidia rucifolia variegated. Is this also called Million Hearts? Or did I just make this up? I don't know. But it is it focusing? What the heck? It literally does not want to focus on this with my face in the frame. There we go. It's a very dainty leafed Dischidia. Definitely gives Hoya vibes. I know that Dischidia and Hoya are closely related, but I just love the way that the variegated Dischidia look. Like, they can put out fully variegated strands, and they're just really pretty, especially as they get bigger. So I'll be really excited to watch this one grow out. And then the other succulent, I guess, that I got, Euphorbia lactea white ghost. Now this is one, I'm gonna have to get my face out of the frame for all of these or what. This is the one that, or this is one that I again had in the past. I actually got rid of it because mine just was not looking good and it just wasn't really growing for me. I think that these need more water than what I was giving mine, so hopefully this goes better for me this time. but I just love how weird these ones are. It looks like a bone, like a spine or something. They're just so cool. I love that they are this white color. It's just a cool spooky plant, so I really wanted to bring that back into my collection this year. And then I got a little pingy, which I've actually purchased. There's a gnat. Oh, you got away, I guess. I've actually purchased this pink twice in the past, and I've killed it both times. This is the, is it Gypsicola Moctezuma? Yeah. Gypsicola Moctezuma. I like it because it has like the skinny leaves, and I don't have any pinks like that in my collection, except for this one that I've tried to grow twice now. Both times I've put it in my pingdom and it's croaked, so I'm gonna just pot this one up on its own and try to dial in like its own conditions. But yeah, we'll see if third time's a charm with this one. Third time's the charm. I don't know. And then of course I couldn't submit an order from Crystal Star without getting an orchid, because as we know, I am trying to just get better at caring for orchids. I've really fallen in love with orchids. You can see my Odorian, Phalaenopsis Odorian, is in full bloom right now. It looks so gorgeous. Gosh, I just love it. This one actually looks kind of similar, like the foliage looks very, very similar, but this is Phalaenopsis schilleriana, which is actually a parent, like one of the parents of the Bronze Maiden hybrid. So I've seen the flowers on these. They look really gorgeous. I think that these are known to be a little bit more finicky, so we'll kind of see how it goes, but I love the mottled foliage, the purple backs, like she's stunning, and it's so small and cute. So yeah, I'm really excited to try my hand at another orchid. Okay, and then this nearly knocked the socks off of me. This was actually the first plant that I opened when I received the package, and I was so shook. I don't think I've ever received a Hoya that's in bloom before. How cool is that? This is Hoya Lockii, which I've been eyeing for a while because of its really cool undulated foliage. It's a lot thinner. I mean, I guess I expected it to be thin, but not this thin, I don't think. It's like, it feels like multiflora. It was very thirsty on arrival, which I guess isn't surprising for a Hoya with this thin of leaves, and flowering. But how cool is that? I mean, it must be closely related to multiflora because not only is the foliage similar, but the flowers are also similar. Has that shooting star type of flower, except for these ones are all white. I think the multiflora are more yellow. Really cool though. I just could not believe that this had flowers on it, so I'm excited about that one. And then I need to get a cover pot. He keeps wanting to fall over. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna set him down and I'll fix that later. So next I got a throwback Hoya. This was a Hoya that was so popular when I first got into plants, and I had the variegated version of Hoya carrii, the heart-shaped Hoya. Yeah, it was so trendy, and I loved this Hoya, but I was so frustrated with the, I think it was the outer variegated that I had, and the variegation kept like getting scorched or browning, or I don't know, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I tried growing it in different lighting conditions, and in hindsight it might have been flat mites, but I actually didn't know about flat mites at that time, so who knows. But when I saw just like this splash version, I was like, okay, I kind of want to try this again. And that's kind of been in the back of my mind for the past little while, because I do think it's just such an iconic, cool Hoya. And the splash seemed a little safer to try again. I'm like traumatized by the variegation on the variegated one. So I'm kind of excited to bring this one back into the collection. And this one also had some flowers on it. Just a few, but I was also shocked to see that. Like, what the heck? 2 of these Hoyas arrived with flowers. So cute. So I'm trying Hoya Carrii again, and I'm excited about it. I need to get these potted up because, yeah, they're just in these tiny little nursery pots. So hopefully I'll be doing that soon. Anywho, next, actually this isn't a one that I've had in the past as well, but for some reason I just couldn't get it to grow, or I don't even remember what the problem was with it. The leaves were not looking good, or I don't know, I don't remember. I really don't remember. But this is Hoya elliptica. And I really love this Hoya. Like, I love the foliage on it. But I just could not get it growing. I just had a really hard time with it the first time I had it. So I'm trying my hand at it again. And we'll see how that goes. Love the flowers on this one as well. Just a really cute Hoya to have in the collection. And then lastly, this is a Hoya that I have been eyeing for so long, but I keep talking myself out of it, or I kept talking myself out of it, because I'm like, oh, I feel like I have Hoya that are similar to this, like I don't need it, da 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 da. But then I saw it on their website and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it. So this is Hoya Pandorata. I think this one is Splash, Pandorata Splash. I know that there's like the silver one and whatnot, but I kind of like this dark green foliage. Like, it's really, really pretty. So, oh my gosh, it has a new vine coming out too. So cute. Yeah, I really love this. I love the flowers. I've seen these flowering prolifically for other people, and I just love like the leaf shape. Something about this is just very satisfying to me. And it kind of has that like a similar growth habit as the Polyneura, where it kind of like drapes. Obviously it's pinned on this trellis right now, but I'll probably, well, I like the look of them draping out, so I will probably go with that, but I'll have to look at how other people are growing these as well. Anyways, I don't want this to be too long, but I did just want to show those to y'all because, I don't know, I just thought it'd be a nice way to kind of end off this vlog. Because my mental health has been kind of rocky over the past couple of weeks, there's just been like different, like it's just a weird time. There's different things kind of popping up. Olive has been sick twice in the past week. And we have, like, I have some anxiety provoking things coming up, and just, I think it's kind of one of those things where it's just like a bunch of things are kind of happening at once and it's just like a lot. But, because of that, the plants have been on the back burner a little bit, but they're still doing really well, luckily, so I'm very thankful for that. I have a ton of new growth. Like, everybody is just looking so stunning. Look at these pinks, my pink pinks, flowering for the first time ever, 2 of them. Like, are you actually kidding me? They're so cute. They're so stinking cute. This is raspberry blonde in the middle. You can see the little yellow and pink flower. And then this one, I don't know if it's Johanna or I think it might be. I get confused because I know I have Malibu Barbie and Johanna, or Johanna, however you say it. I don't know. I think this one's Johanna. I don't know, but they sure are cute, and none of these ones have flowered for me before, so that is very exciting. So whimsical and cute. So I'm very grateful that everybody is doing well, and the plant chores are abundant, so I will be starting another plant chore vlog, or like a vlog like this, a planty vlog, very soon. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.